the intentional system. Okay, the intention economy is the economy where a lot of technology is being applied. As we all know, we're in the technology age right now. We're in the fourth industrial revolution, and in that area, data, tech, communications is really the order of the day. And in this the intention in economy, what they do is they target our spending, they target our ability to communicate technologically, and they use that to harness a lot of information about what we are thinking, what we are planning, and what we have affinity for. And hence, it's an intrusive environment, it's a preemptive environment because it's based on data. And we are constantly sharing our data and giving permission for our data to be utilized whether we like it or not. For as long as we are using um, free applications online, we're using free software, we're using free technology, we are giving our personal and private privileges and rights, we're giving them. Now we we know that is a bit can be a bit hectic. However, that is the system, and it was not created for us. It was created to look after their own kind. The people who benefit from it are the people mainly in the technology environment. And while they are doing their benefiting, then they give us a couple of, sweeteners here and there, and they make us feel that they're doing us a favor, which they're doing us a bit of a favor, but they are doing themselves a bigger favor. Now, we also have the regulated finance industry, which is the financial organizations that we know. It's you will always in every economy, you will always start with the Reserve Bank. The Reserve Bank will set up all the rules and all the regulations. They will, set all the interest rates, the over the counter interest rates, the in bank rates also, and then they'll work with making sure that all the asset classes for investment, all our investment vehicles are regulated. However, we also need to know that this is a system where that was started decades and decades ago when it was a system backed up by gold. That gold backup system is no longer relevant. Hence, that system has evolved as much as it can, but it carries a lot of baggage. Hence, you need to understand that the system benefits more the people it was created for rather than those of us that participated within its community. The last system which you need to understand is the DeFi system. Is the most current financial system that's going on right now. It's deregulated finance industry. It takes care of all the new currencies that you have, the cryptocurrencies and the new products, all the new buzzwords that are coming out for financial empowerment. Now, that is not created to look after just the financial community. It's created to look after a lot of the community that participate in it. Hence, you find out that no matter how entrenched you are in the regulated finance, you have ability to make a lot more ground when you learn and participate in the deregulated finance industry. However, my my best attraction to the DeFi industry is the fact that that industry allows us to negate the inflation factor in our wealth creation. Why is that attractive? It's attractive because it depends on the economy that you're participating in. The inflation factor can be as high as upper single digits, and in some cases, it will sometimes it can go to the second digit. So, what are we saying? no matter how you improve, how you grow, your wealth has to grow at a speed faster than the speed of inflation. So when we now consider that in the deregulated finance industry, it makes sense that you need to learn how that industry works. And you need to move some of your investments that are existing in the regulated finance industry, and you need to redistribute them. So going
The
forward,
first one that I'll talk to you about, which is a more modern economy, is the intention economy. Okay, this is quite modern. It's very data driven. They are very interested in data mining. It's a preemptive industry environment where information is gathered to help cause people to procure things that they are not really planning to procure. And it's quite intrusive because it's an environment in which everything is done on a data basis, and they kind of find a way of gathering data from different environments. So maybe you're online, you don't know, you subscribe to different programs, they are free. But this is the way in which the intention economy gathers information about us as individuals. And because of that, they are now in a position to cause us to influence us in our purchasing and in our spending. Another environment, another system of finance is the regulated finance system. Now, this is the system that most of us are used to. Okay, we all, in every economy, you have a reserved bank. The reserve bank will allocate its annual inflation rates, the interest rates, and then they regulate the financial industry. And in the financial industry, you have the ability to procure different asset classes and use that to build wealth. Okay, but that is a regulated industry. However, one needs to understand that that regulated industry, it is created to look after its own kind, which means if you are not a part of the people who put that regulated finance industry together, there's a likelihood you are just a participant and a pawn in the game, as opposed to the one who has the ability to get to its own maximum level of benefit. We have another system, which is the DeFi system. Is now is like the most current financial system. This is where deregulation has been reduced to a bare minimum. In this environment, you've got no, you don't need to take care of any inflation, okay, and cross-border transactions are done in a much easy fashion because you don't need to move from one reserve bank to another, to move transactions, funds, purchases, and things like that cross borders. So it's a very nifty, it's a very modern, and it gives a lot more room for those of us to participate and gain wealth. But it also depends on personal integrity in lot of the times. So on because it's no longer regulated, if it's a system is not regulated, then you are at the mercy of people's level of integrity as you work with them.